when we want to make fire pictures, which are seen, at this sort of level, we have to do it like they do with lights at Blackpool. You have to design a very simple drawing, and then you have to, it mustn't be too fussy, and then you have to put individual lights along it. They're about the size of a cigarette, they burn a minute, and then we can connect them here with instantaneous fuse. So you can light the whole lot together in one go. They're called lancers because they're long and thin. And really, it was very typical of the fireworks of the period up to the last war. Wherever you went to see a firework display, there would always be some of this stuff. It may well have been, pictures of, or maybe a portrait of the Queen was very common at the end of a firework display before the war, or it would say good night. I remember talking to a boy after a firework display, he was quite young, and I said, what did you like best in that firework display? And he said, that thing that said good night. From our point of view, it's probably the most boring thing we do, but that's another matter. But it's all in the eye of the beholder, obviously. So that's lance work. And then the present century, and in recent years, we've now come to these objects, which are Chinese, which, when they first came, were round and about that high and just about the size of a cake. So they're now almost entirely called cakes. They have one ignition, and it will run around here, and it will perform for quite a long time, and it's the fuse that's running between the tubes that does it. So I've brought you a spent one, so you can see what it looks like inside. So that you've got a whole series of tubes, and they're all connected by a fuse at the bottom here. And they can be made to do all sorts of things. They can either go one at a time in lines like that, or they can go that way, or they can do all sorts of tricks with the fuse in there. And they're very common now, and really becoming very much the easiest way of buying a biggish firework. People say, oh, I just want one big firework for New Year's Eve. And so you can see how these have become very popular.